Crime in Texas has been a persistent issue for many years, with the state consistently ranking among the top 10 in the nation for both violent and property crime rates. In 2021, Texas had the highest number of violent crimes reported in the country, with over 115,000 offenses. The state also had the second highest number of property crimes, with over 500,000 offenses. We'll take a look at the top 10 most dangerous cities in Texas for 2023. 10. Dallas. Dallas represents one of the country's largest metropolitan areas. However, like most big cities, Dallas also faces down a sizable crime problem. The most common type of violent crime in Dallas is aggravated assault, followed by robbery and murder. In 2021, there were 1,292 aggravated assaults in Dallas, 635 robberies, and 158 murders. The most common type of property crime in Dallas is larceny theft, followed by burglary and motor vehicle theft. In 2021, there were 12,384 larceny thefts in Dallas, 3,403 burglaries, and 3,663 motor vehicle thefts. 9. Beaumont. The next stop on our tour of the most dangerous places in Texas is Beaumont, a city about 85 miles east of Houston. To give you some perspective of just how violent Beaumont is, you have a much greater chance of being attacked by a human being than an alligator in gator country. Seriously, there's a 1 in 94 chance of being assaulted, raped, or killed each year in Beaumont. The city had a violent crime rate that was 2.50 times higher than the Texas average, and 2.92 times higher than the national average. The property crime rate in Beaumont was also higher than the national average, at 1.82 times higher. 8. Addison. Addison, the 8th most dangerous place to live in Texas, has seen concerning crime statistics contributing to its reputation as a dangerous location. With a population of 16,540, this town situated in Dallas County has experienced a significant number of violent crimes, including 3 murders, 20 rapes, 24 robberies, and 54 aggravated assaults. Property crimes such as burglary have also been prevalent, with 1,137 reported incidents. These crime rates have resulted in Addison ranking high in the violent and property crime categories. Property crime is the most common type of crime in Addison, accounting for 86% of all crimes reported in 2022. The most common property crimes are larceny theft, 62%, burglary, 13%, and motor vehicle theft, 10%. The most common violent crimes in Addison are aggravated assault, 64%, robbery, 27%, and rape, 9%. 7. Alamo. Alamo, Texas, has a higher crime rate than both the national and Texas averages. In 2022, Alamo had a crime rate of 53.7 per 1,000 residents, compared to the national crime rate of 23.8 per 1,000 residents, and the Texas crime rate of 33.4 per 1,000 residents. Property crime is the most common type of crime in Alamo, accounting for 88% of all crimes reported in 2022. The most common property crimes are theft, 58%, burglary, 20%, and motor vehicle theft, 10%. Violent crime is less common in Alamo than property crime, but it is still higher than the national average. In 2022, Alamo had a violent crime rate of 6.1 per 1,000 residents, compared to the national violent crime rate of 4 per 1,000 residents. The most common violent crimes in Alamo are aggravated assault, 63%, robbery, 27%, and rape, 10%. 6. Lufkin. Lufkin, the 6th most dangerous place to live in Texas, plagued by a high crime rate, and poses safety concerns for its residents. With a population of 34,934, the city experiences many violent crimes, including murder, rape, robbery, and aggravated assault. Lufkin recorded 240 incidents of violent crime, making it a concerning location within the state. Additionally, property crimes such as burglary are rampant, with a total of 1,413 cases reported. Lufkin City has a population of 34,934 people. The city has a violent crime rate of 687 per 100,000 people, and a property crime rate of 4,044 per 100,000 people. 5. Lubbock. Located in the South Plains region of northwestern Texas, Lubbock comes in as the fifth most dangerous place to call home in the state. Lubbock experienced 26 murders in 2021, greatly contributing to the city's status as the place with the seventh highest rate of violent crime in the state. Property crime is also quite high, with an average of 32 such cases happening every day in Lubbock. So when your parents tell you to be safe before sending you off to Texas Tech University, they're not just being paranoid. Lubbock City has a population of 265,990 people. The property crime rate in Lubbock is 3,668 per 100,000 people, and the violent crime rate is 1,062 per 100,000 people. 4. Stafford. Located in Fort Bend County, Stafford has earned the unfortunate distinction of being ranked as the fourth most dangerous place to live in the state. This ranking is based on crime statistics, including many violent and property crimes. With a population of approximately 17,102, Stafford has experienced 140 violent crimes, such as robberies and aggravated assaults, along with 830 property crimes, including burglaries. These alarming figures contribute to the overall dangerous atmosphere in Stafford. Stafford City population, 17,102. Violent crimes per 100K, 818, 17th most dangerous, and property crimes per 100K, 4,853, 7th most dangerous. 3. Palmview. We're taking a trip down to the border to reach our third most dangerous city in Texas for 2023, Palmview. Palmview earned this unfortunate distinction by having a mix of high property and violent crime. Overall, the city experienced about twice as much crime as your typical American city in 2021. The bad news is you still have a 1 in 27 of being the victim of a property crime. If you need to get away from the stress of Palmview's high crime rate, Benston Rio Grande Valley State Park offers some anxiety-reducing birdwatching opportunities. Palmview City population about 5,875. Violent crimes per 100K, 1,429. Third most dangerous, and property crimes per 100K, 3,693, 20th most dangerous. 2. Houston. As far as the Houston-Dallas rivalry goes, Houston is the definite loser in terms of criminal activity, seeing as Dallas isn't even in the top 50 most dangerous cities statewide. Violent crime is the major problem in Houston, with 28,325 cases of people being killed, attacked, or raped in 2021. That adds up to a 1 in 82 chance of being the victim of such a crime. Houston City has a population of 2,339,252 people. The city has a violent crime rate of 1,210 per 100,000 people, and a property crime rate of 4,105 per 100,000 people. 1. Humble. It's good to be humble, but it's dangerous to live in Humble. While Humble took the top spot on this list thanks to its egregious amount of violent crime, Humble actually has the highest overall crime rate statewide, outstripping the national average by over 300%. That's mostly due to a crazy high rate of property crime, with a typical resident facing a 1 in 9 chance of having their possessions damaged or stolen. The bad news doesn't end there. Humble also has the third highest frequency of rape cases in all of Texas, and the highest murder rate of any place on this list. If you need a moment to get away from the anxiety of high crime, the Mercer Botanic Gardens make for a good sanctuary. Humble City is a small town with a population of 15,579 people. It has a high crime rate, with 1,046 violent crimes per 100,000 people, and 10,212 property crimes per 100,000 people. In the United States, over 40 million people live in poverty, and over 1 million experience homelessness on any given night. From bustling cities to rural towns, the shadows of poverty and homelessness touch the lives of families, individuals, and children. Even in the golden land of opportunity, shadows cling stubbornly, the shadows of poverty and homelessness. Let's begin by delving into the roots of the issue, poverty in America. The poverty rate in America is on the rise, painting a troubling picture of widening economic disparities and challenges facing millions of citizens. According to U.S. Census Bureau, 12.4% of Americans lived in poverty in 2022, translating to 40 million people. This represents a significant increase from 7.8% in 2021. These figures paint a picture of struggle. Families unable to afford basic necessities like food, housing, and healthcare. Food insecurity, for example, plagues millions, with nearly 41 million Americans facing food insecurity in 2022. Millions struggle to afford decent housing, leading to overcrowding, homelessness, and instability. In the land of opportunity, a disturbing reality persists: millions of children are growing up in poverty. This isn't just a statistic. It's a crisis with profound consequences for their well-being and the nation's future. 11 million children in the United States live in poverty. That's 1 in 7 kids. The child poverty rate more than doubled in 2022 compared to 2021, reaching a historic high of 12.4%. Children of color are disproportionately affected, with the poverty rate for Black children at 22.5% and Hispanic children at 18.5%.